Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce that world famous prize fighting elk beater, Bill Westlake.
Yeah, baby. How's everybody feeling this morning? Yeah? Okay, I got a question for the group. I want you to answer, all right? I want you to answer with a yes, and I want to hear it loudly, okay? Are you strong? Yes! God, that was good. Am I strong? Yes! A little louder. Yes. Are we strong? Yes! Excellent, because the next few days, we're all going to be ALK Positive strong together. And today's a very special day because basically the summit, this is our 5th one, and it's amazing for us to be together in person. And on behalf of ALK Positive Incorporated, I want to welcome you all. I want to welcome you in person, and I want to welcome the many countless people who are online internationally as well from around the world. So thank you for attending. I'm so thrilled to be here speaking with you today because you know what? That summit shirt, it really is true what it says on it. We are stronger together. And that mantra means so much more than we actually think. And so that's one of the perspectives I want to share with you today. The other perspective is that being a strong fighter is not necessarily what it's cracked up to be, and it's highly misunderstood, especially when you're talking about people living with lung cancer. So what I'm going to do today, real briefly, is I have 3 rounds of fights, okay? I'm going to share those perspectives with you, and I'm breaking those rounds of fights to touch a little bit on my cancer journey. So I hope you're along for the ride. Yeah. Round 1. Yeah. So round 1 for me really changed my life. Many of you probably can relate. It altered everything. I basically lost my identity. I basically was told that I wasn't healthy anymore and that I was going to be challenged for the time remaining in my life. And round 1 literally became the moment of devastation. For me personally, when I was diagnosed 5 years ago, and I was told basically less than a year to live, like many of you, I shut down and I shut out the rest of the world. I didn't know how to deal with it. I was lost, no information, no hope. But then 2 months after that diagnosis, I decided, why am I going to continue down this road to continue to be this sad or woe is me negative person when I've got to be the rock for my family? I have to show them and set an example to follow. Because if I was negative, then, you know, the burden falls on them to take care of me eventually. So I felt like I needed to be strong. So what did I do? I made up strong. I made up this persona that I'm sharing with you on this stage right now. And I believed it for a little time being, right? That I was strong. But you know what? It had one element of being a strong fighter that I didn't like. I didn't like fighting, the idea of fighting alone and being in a ring fighting alone. So while I was searching my soul for strength, my lovely wife, Renee Westlake, was searching online for answers. And you know what? That takes me to round 2. Round 2 essentially was life-changing. Round 2 was no longer dark for me. I started to see some hope and feel some hope and see the light. You know, that things are getting a little bit more known and comfortable, but there's a path forward. And that made me feel really, really strong. So while my wife was searching, thank God she was, relentlessly every day for answers, we found that we needed a second opinion. And that second opinion led to biomarker testing. And biomarker testing led to the discovery that I'm ALK positive cancer. Okay, life-changing. Now, one of the greatest things we found online was my wife finding the ALK positive support group on Facebook. She turned to me and she said, "Honey, I found this support group for ALK positive cancer patients. You want to join?" And I said, "No, I don't need support. I'm a strong fighter." Well, thankfully, I didn't push that, and we ended up joining. And you know, the biggest impact that all of you have done for me is that I started realizing that this fighter mentality was really weak. The fighter mentality really lacked a lot of strength. And I started questioning myself. But that was a good phase, right? That wasn't setting me back. It was strong. So when you combine the ALK positive support group and then you look at the ALK community at large, when we look at ALK positive incorporated and we see the communication, the ALK, research, the key opinion leaders, all the industry folks coming to help us fight, right? You start gaining that hope, inspiration, and more importantly, too, for many of us, since we're new to this cancer, information. And so that information makes us feel stronger, right? So here's the bottom line. In my round 2, I started to realize what real strength means. I started realizing, thanks to you and the ALK community, that what real strength looks like and feels like. So we're here, round 3. All right, this is critical. It's a transformation from round 1, right? And what I realized is that real strength no longer, should I hide behind boxing gloves, hide behind fear, and hide behind, discomfort with my disease. Connecting with others is the #1 to finding real strength. Real strength is definitely based on contributing to others, because when you contribute to others, they in turn want to contribute to you. Real strength is empathizing with others and supporting them in ways that, quite frankly, our hospitals cannot do for us. So if our care teams can't do those things, then you're not full.
Careful, Bill. I didn't know about this part.
Then you don't have a complete care team. Costume, we need help here. All right, and finally, advocating. Real strength is advocating for others in ways that, honestly, you begin to learn how to advocate better for yourself. And that's what I learned. My care picked up, way up, when I started doing that. So it's about helping others so that they in turn help you. And that's how we come full circle, being together. So as we enter this summit, both in person and online, I encourage you, much like I said last night at the cocktail hour, I encourage you to connect with others. I encourage you to learn as much as you can about our cancer. Because you know what? Being informed is being strong. And it's not about my fight. It's not about your fight. It's about our fight. We are ALK Positive strong, stronger together. Thank you.